take a look at today's almanac. It's the first official day of spring and kind of a day that goes down in the history book. You can see that behind that precipitation is mostly in the form of snow and also colder air. So that will be swinging through, pivoting around that low warning. A Doppler indicated rotation, but these storms are really cooking to the northeast, in some cases as fast as 60-65 miles per hour. They're packing winds.
Damage that they surveyed today, they did indeed confirm that a tornado was there. EF2 on the tornado scale with winds.
Our other surface features do include an area of high pressure just down to the south coming through the stretch. Could it be spring starting to hang around a little longer?
The turning point.
Pocket of rain and probably a few embedded thunderstorms down to the south. All of this coming together and hitting our southern locations around daybreak tomorrow. So there's 7 o'clock, and you can see that we've got all precipitation types. At this point, we're still going to be in the 20s, so I would suspect there's going to be a little bit of Maine weather. So stay tuned. George will have the latest updates then, but we'll continue to monitor these showers and these storms, the lightning over the
party if we break a record.
Yeah, let's hear your idea this hour.
Flights to Mexico, all around.
Simple.
Everyone chip in.
Yeah. Send your donations right here.
We'll take them. The NFL Combine.
We are at 13, plenty of sunshine, but guess what? It feels like -3. And then you factor in that wind at about 15 to 20 miles per hour, and that's going to equal single-digit chills, at times single digits below zero. So again, 18 on your high tomorrow. That's the kind of record I don't want to break.
I was going to say, I did a weather story today, and I'm a little depressed. Tough gig you have these days.
Yes, it is. It's depressing. We have to live it, and we have to hear about it.
Less than a week is left for the extreme furniture.
Coming up, we're going to take a look at Pinpoint Predictor's latest take on the snowfall numbers and let you know what to expect as this weekend wraps up. For now, we'll throw it back into the studio
next week. High pressure is going to be right overhead tonight, so with that high sitting right over northeastern Wisconsin, that's going to allow for that wind to ease up, the clear skies, and that is the perfect recipe for temperatures to drop.
We had other reports of wind gusts upwards of 80 miles per hour, certainly still enough to do quite a bit of damage. In fact, let's just take another look at this impressive line.
Axis is exactly perpendicular to the sun's direct rays, which gives us equal amounts of daylight and nighttime. It officially starts at 11:50. We just didn't get enough of that sunshine here early enough across the greater Green Bay area. But tomorrow, I do think we will get into the lower range 40s and maybe even some
celebration this morning. I got my green mug.
See me with that.
There you go.
Ticker there. In the meantime, that fetch over the lake, bringing a few lake flurries into portions of Manitowoc County, even more substantial down towards Milwaukee, the Ohio River Valley. System number 2 is fastly approaching from the plains, now starting to approach far southwestern Wisconsin and back further to the west. More where that came from. With that low pressure system spinning in tons of moisture. They're looking at several inches of rain turning into snow across portions of the higher elevation, so they have flood concerns. Winter storm warning. Clockwise flow there. We get a counterclockwise flow around areas of low pressure. The closer these two weather systems are together, the tighter that pressure gradient is, and it's kind of a fancy way of saying it's going to be windy in between these two systems. I'm in Storm Center 2. I'm meteorologist Rebecca Schuld with the first check of your forecast, and we've had plenty of clouds dropping down through the state, where our average high temperature on the first of the month is 33, and by the end of the month it's at 46. So eventually we will be seeing some milder days. Even those overnight lows come up almost to the freezing mark. Very light snow, but again, it's very windy out there, so you will find blowing snow over roads and reduced visibilities if you have some travel plans. And that's getting you into March, but I did show you how much those temperatures come up, so we just have to stay positive a little while longer. I know it's really tough.
Good try, Rebecca. We'll be happy to see 33 at the end of March.
We'll be right back. A day with seasonable temperatures, wet weather arriving into the afternoon, followed by a chilly weekend. Let's get the latest now. First things first, the wind speed and direction. After a break in the action, the rain is starting to redevelop down to the south. Still looking at a mix of rain and freezing rain, with snow now just developing west of Antigo. That trend will continue and lead to some heavy snow to the north overnight. Very windy for all of northeastern Wisconsin. It is going to be a tough night for travel. Take a look at these temperatures. It's really interesting to note that even though places down to the south and west where there are thunderstorms, it's only in the mid-range 30s, and mid-range 30s really pretty common statewide. So temperatures are quite uniform. The center of this low pressure system still down across Iowa, and you can see that very heavy snow and all of the thunderstorm activity on the eastern side of that. And again, we've had some severe weather already ongoing for portions of Illinois. They've got severe thunderstorm warnings and watches, tornado watches. Right around the Springfield area, there is a tornado warning, a Doppler indicated rotation, but these storms are really cooking to the northeast, in some cases as fast as 60, 65 miles per hour. They're packing winds at times towards 60 miles per hour. There's hail, there's lightning. It's a very intense storm that will continue to provide a lot of this wet weather here. Now, I want to loop this over the last 6 hours so you can see that it does appear that there could be a little bit of weakening now with these systems, and I would suspect that as we continue into the night, we will lose some instability. But just to track it out for you, in fact, if we just were to take one cell and track it out about 50 miles per hour to the northeast, that's going to put it right through Fond du Lac here, right about our 5 o'clock broadcast for Maine weather. So stay tuned. George will have the latest updates then. But we'll continue to monitor these showers and these storms, the lightning over the last 2 hours. It is possible that some of at least our southern locations will be dealing with a little bit of thunder and lightning, in addition to what could be some very heavy rain at times. And again, that freezing mix coming in late tonight. Here it is 4 o'clock, and predictors got a great handle on it. So there's the heavy snow. This is more of just rain and maybe at times some freezing rain. So again, 4 o'clock. Now we'll take you into the first part of the night. This is when we're expecting that heavy snow right around 8, 9 o'clock up to the far north. And we will be looking at snow rates possibly 1 inch to 2 inches per hour there. And then for the rest of us, mostly rain and freezing rain, and again, early on could have a little bit of thunder in there. As we get towards the midnight hour, this is going to be transitioning to all snow as temperatures drop back below the freezing mark, and then as we get you through the rest of early Friday morning, it gradually starts to break apart as that low will then be lifting northwards across the upper peninsula, and it will continue to then shift away from the state. We'll get into a little bit of some late day sun tomorrow, but overall, again, we're really still on par for this 4 to 8 inches here up to the far north, and maybe just 1 inch or 2 of that spotty light snow. But the other issue, again, a little bit of ice accumulating not only on roads but on sidewalks, on tree limbs. So some of that could come down and cause some at least sporadic power outages. And then the winds, really the huge issue as we get into our night. You can see past the midnight hour when that advisory and that warning takes effect. We're going to have winds sustained up over 30 and even 40 miles per hour right towards the noon hour on your day tomorrow, and then they eventually subside into Friday evening. So again, late tonight and early tomorrow, travel is going to be very dangerous. We're going to be talking about the windy conditions and also some icing on the roads. Beyond that, we go back to the quiet, cold conditions. But again, for now, heavy snow is expected up to the north this evening. That rain mix elsewhere with those very gusty winds, 20 to 40 miles per hour. We drop back to the mid-range 20s. Into your day tomorrow, spotty snow showers, and again, through the first part of the day, maybe 1 inch or 2 of accumulation. Cold and windy. Notice those highs don't budge much at all, and early on wind gusts could be up towards 50 miles per hour. Beyond that, again, the snow will be wrapping up through the first part of your Saturday, maybe a few stray flurries on the first part of the weekend, I should say. And then it's very quiet beyond that and very cold. So we settle into that cold air mass once again, and we're going to be breaking some records on those sub-zero lows coming up.
Great.
Something to look forward to.
At least it's a record.
Another week and